Hello and welcome to MMOFTW for June 1st, 2013. I'm your host, Bill Murphy, and this is the week that was in MMO news. First up, WildStar's site has been updated with a new blog post to lay out the plans for the game's economy. Among other things, the team plans to give players a wide variety of ways to spend their in-game money and to obtain some, but not all of those things they want with immediacy. Carbine Studios is keeping very few secrets from its community, and it's refreshing to see how they already have their collective finger on the pulse of the economy, a feature that can make or break any game. Carbine also revealed information about the enigmatic Lumini. The Lumini are of the highest nobility in the Dominion faction. This week's latest WildStar Wednesday offers fans a look at who these rare and elite creatures are, and fills in lore behind their existence, without revealing too much about this final mysterious race. Square Enix continued to fan the flames of desire for Final Fantasy XIV with a pair of news items this week. After a lengthy letter from the producer event held on YouTube, the devs showed off a new video to shine the spotlight on job actions as they will appear in Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. The video is a flashy, impressive look at how nearly every move a player makes will be showcased in effects of some sort or another. During the live event, players were able to submit questions for the team to tackle, as the last beta period before the launch is being prepped for June. In Rift news, Bill Fisher starred in a developer blog to detail Rex, the currency that players will use to purchase items from the in-game shop when Rift goes free-to-play in mid-June. Players will have the ability to gift item shop goods to their friends, and trade in-game currency to get Rex without ever having to actually pay a dime. This way, whether you're free, or whether you have the money to spend like a baller, you'll be able to get whatever you want from the cash shop. Trine will be keeping a close eye on the Rex market to ensure that the economy stays healthy and robust throughout the game's transition from subscription to free-to-play. And while I'll be the first to admit I was expecting some big things from Blizzard on their next enigmatic MMO at this year's upcoming BlizzCon, it looks like we all might be waiting a little longer to find out just what Project Titan is. News broke this week via the site VentureBeat that Blizzard has pressed the reset button on the title and taken 70 of the 100 developers off of Titan and placed them on other projects within the company, while the remaining 30 will start on the new MMO from scratch. Now, why they've gone back to the drawing board? Your guess is as good as mine, but something tells me that they want to see how the whole resurgence of the sandbox and player-driven content MMO fares before they put out their next MMO RPG. And last but not least, Funcom's Joel Bylos has published the latest game director's letter on the Secret World site. In it, he reveals that Issue 7 will be making its debut in a few weeks, and drops some interesting hints about Issue 8 and an attack on Agartha itself. Of keen interest to players are the new scenarios that will come with Issue 8. Here's what Joel had to say. Scenarios are virtual worlds created for the sole purpose of training the player to deal with situations that arise daily in the Secret World. Because this feature can be expanded on in many ways, we will add additional scenarios at a later date. Scenarios will be available for both group and solo play, and they will have different levels of difficulty for each. These scenarios are designed to be repeatable through the use of certain highly random elements. This means that a scenario will play out differently every time, and that players will need to adapt to the circumstances on the fly. Sounds good to me. Well, that does it for this week. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at MMORPG.com without the dot. You can also find me on Twitter at TheBillMurphy. And thanks for watching. See you next week. And as always, don't let a bad pug get you down.